And
I
that
know.
shameless bugger said, "I'll kill you, Mike."
When it comes to in-ring skills, there's no match for Mike Tyson on any freaking person living on this planet at this point. Okay.
Honestly, all of this was staged.
Hi, I'm Bhushan Tripathi.
Hi, I'm Nushada Balsara.
Hey, I'm Nemo Chakraborty.
And
This is the Three Amigos podcast.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Three Desi Amigos podcast. This is me, Mimo Chakraborty, along with my lovely brothers and friends and co-hosts and podcasters, Bhushan Tripathi and Nushazar Balsara. Guys, and give a welcome to all the people watching us on the episode.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining us. Today we have a nice topic.
Yes,
Very
yes.
saucy.
Before we begin, it's mandatory for me to say, because it is happening, the immense love you're giving to our podcast on YouTube and Spotify and all other podcast stations. Thank you so much for that. Please keep the love going and the love growing. Because of you, we come back more motivated, more charged, more excited. So thank you so much. And please, 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 please keep giving us your love. Thank you so much. So, Bhushan and Nishazar, how have you been? And are you excited about today's episode?
A little bit less
Okay.
so about talking about the main thing, but
Okay.
the things surrounding it, I'm very excited to talk about.
Fair enough. Fair enough. And what about you, Bhushan? How have you been?
very, very excited, because Mike Tyson getting back in the ring after so many years. I mean, it was a delight to see. And being
Exactly.
a sports fan, especially being from a boxing background, having love for Rocky Balboa, it was very nostalgic to see a fight like this. It's like a dream fight come true. We always say
Exactly.
that there are dream matches. So this was one of the dream matches. So on one hand, you have a veteran, who's been the biggest badass all his life. Okay. And then you have the social media sensation, the octagon sensation coming up and saying that, I want to take on you. So
True.
it was very surreal that something like this came through. And I mean, whatever was the outcome, but the entire process of the build up and the fact that it was on Netflix, let's really puts it out there, for the world to see.
True.
So
True.
it's really amazing that how this came about.
Correct. Correct. So this episode, ladies and gentlemen, is titled Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. As you guys know, that last weekend these two fought, and it was an amazing sports event. Like, it's one of those mega events of the year. And when I was watching the fight, Jake Paul said it that 120 million people logged on to Netflix to watch the fight. And I think $20 million Jake Paul won and $10 million Mike Tyson won. Chalo, that's something we'll be talking about in the episode. So, yeah, there's loads to talk about the fight. And, I hope you all have seen it. If not, you can always go to Netflix and see it, because it was stream lived, but it's available to watch now. But before we begin, as always, only Bhushan is playing this game now, because we all know by now Nushazar has taken a vow to never change his t-shirt. So Nushazar sticks to the no t-shirt game. He's excluded from this game completely now, because he's hellbound of only wearing the same t-shirt. Am I right, Nushazar?
Yes, this is again the same.
Exactly. So, we can't even talk about it more.
What
So,
about that
Bhushan,
fashion icon? Let's start with that fashion icon.
who, you or me?
No, you, of course.
Oh, me. Sorry, sir. I didn't want it to say it, but because you said it, I just added to it. Well, nothing. I'm wearing
He's
my.
been saying it for the past 2 podcasts also. He's called you fashion icon.
But see, I don't admit it now, because I'm too humble. I'm too
But
humble.
you responded to it last 2 podcasts.
No, no. Tell me something. Now, if I'm walking on the street and someone tells me, Mimo, you're the goat. You're the greatest of all time. I won't say no. I'll say, okay, thank you. So this is me agreeing to that fact. समझ गए? I won't go out say it, but I know that वो सच है. Stuff like that.
So you're wearing
So
a
yeah,
Punisher t-shirt inside, is it?
No, yeah, this is a Punisher T-shirt because last week we spoke about superheroes. So I thought, okay, so let's wear the Frank Castle Punisher T-shirt. Sorry, John Bernthal, that's him. And I'm wearing the Twitch cap because a couple of days ago, I just completed 3 years on Twitch as a streamer. So I thought,
Oh
okay,
wow!
chalo, let's
Congratulations.
thank you. So let's give that acknowledgement out there. What about you, Bhushan? What T-shirt are you wearing? I can see Stallone. You
So
know,
today I'm wearing the John Rambo mugshot T-shirt. I don't know, because of the blur, you might not be able to see it clearly. So this
oh,
is
that's
John
good. That's
Rambo.
good. Yeah.
This is John Rambo, the mugshot from First Blood.
Okay.
So when he gets caught and they clicking the picture to get his mugshot and it says John Rambo. So
Correct.
yeah. So Rambo and Rocky always been very close to my heart. I also draw a lot of inspiration from these two characters all the time.
Lovely. Lovely. Good. You have a very, very good T-shirt collection. I must add that.
Thank you. Ryan. Thank you.
Nishazad, you have a lovely T-shirt collection.
Lovely
T-shirt.
T-shirt.
Singular. Singular. Not plural. Singular.
Lovely T-shirt. That's it.
T-shirt. That's it. Period. खत्म. उससे और बात ही नहीं हो रही आगे.
Full
You
stop.
have a lovely T-shirt. उधर ही खत्म. Chalo. So let's talk about the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. Guys, please give me your inputs. What did you feel about the fight? Not everything else. We'll go into the details later in the episode. But what did you think of the fight overall?
Bhushan, you
I
start.
think I went back to Rocky Balboa.
Okay.
The sixth edition of Rocky. Where he's fighting a much younger fighter, and in the ring, that's the outcome. He comes back in shape, and he's still as good. He still got it. So I had that feeling for Mike Tyson that even at this stage, he still got it. There's no ring rust. He's trained so well. He's gotten back in shape, and he's out
Correct.
there. He's really, because the thing is that there's a legacy that you have. As a fighter. Okay.
Yes.
Every time you
Yes.
get in the ring, you're putting that legacy at stake. And for Mike Tyson, he doesn't need to prove anything to anybody in this world. All right. But
Nothing. Nothing.
still getting in the ring and, fighting Jake Paul, with all he's got, and at this age, I saw his interview just before. He said that, my kids don't really know who I am in the ring, but now they will see who their dad actually is.
That
So
is
that
so
was such
nice.
a big statement, because
Of course.
the thing is, as kids, they would have obviously not seen him in ring fighting. They would obviously go back to the YouTube videos and, all the fights that he's had so far. But seeing him actually out there, going toe to toe with Jake Paul, who's known to be one of the best. When you're going against one of the best, you've got to be one of the best to be against
True.
that man.
True.
So
True.
I really respect and love Mike Tyson, for actually making it happen and taking this up. Because as far as I remember, there were several propositions that were put up,
Hmm.
before this fight actually got sanctioned. Mike Tyson said that I wouldn't get in the ring. Jake Paul, ridiculed him several times. Then he
Correct.
finally
Correct.
took it up, and then he got in the ring. The overall story, this the way it was built up, and social media, played a big catalyst in making it happen.
Absolutely.
So there, like we talked in one of our previous editions, there are pros and cons of social media. So I think it also brought out the best in both the people. You could see their training videos on an ongoing basis. You could see what they're eating, what their diet is, what shape they are in, the weighing in that is happening. So it was like a true spectacle of a sport.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think before Nushazar, you give your input, I just wanted to say like what Bhushan said about Rocky Balboa. This was actually the Rocky Balboa movie in real life, literally, with the 30 years age gap, and with this great fighter. This literally, like, I think after Muhammad Ali, I think if there is the greatest fighter for me, it's Mike Tyson.
Mike
Like,
Tyson,
yeah, like
absolutely.
yesterday before the match, before they were coming in the ring, they were showing the highlights, right, of these fighters. There was a reason Mike Tyson was called the baddest man in the planet. This guy has got, I think, what, 60 matches? He's got 40 knockouts, or maybe more than
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
It's insane, the power, And when we talk about the match, of course, we will talk about the power which he hit Jake Paul with, but that's later on the episode. So, Nushaza, what do you think about the fight?
So the thing is, I have seen these influencer boxing matches for a while now. You know, KSI and Logan Paul has done it. Jake Paul himself has fought, you know, Tommy Fury and stuff.
Correct, correct.
So I feel these are, you know, exhibition matches, obviously. There's
Of course, of
nothing
course.
like to be won or to be lost, isme. It's all being done for money. But like Bhushan said, you know, I've never seen Mike Tyson live. But getting to see him in the ring, okay, for those first 2 rounds, na, at his age, I was like, acha, this is what it's about. Like,
Yeah.
he was literally keep like Jake. He put a man who is 20, 30 years younger than him on the defensive. Imagine.
Imagine.
Until he ran out of gas, which happens at his age, 60 almost. No, he's 58 now, I think.
58,
Yeah,
bro.
58.
Ah.
58.
So at his
Imagine.
age, I think he fought 4 minutes and then you run out of gas, obviously. Like, at
Like-
that age. And it was such a good fight. I remember this one moment where he is, you know, sort of Jake Paul throws a punch, he sort of ducks it, and then see the, like, you know, muscle memory, fuck karke straight
Oh, getting
right
goosebumps
here.
now, bro.
right here, okay. But I think that was like the last good thing he did in the fight, and then I think he also realized, you know, if I do this, he might actually get knocked out.
he had that epiphany. Okay, no, I can't
Yeah,
knock
yeah.
out Jake Paul, you know.
मुझे पैसे नहीं मिलेंगे भाई. So then he said कि I need to थोड़ा slow down. Let him now take the fight. अभी 6 rounds, let him play around.
Correct, correct.
Because it was a good experience. I'll say that. Like my friends and I, we were all sitting in Discord, you know, all watching it on our individual screens because you can't share screen on Netflix.
Correct,
no?
correct.
We were all watching and reacting and all. For the first 2 rounds, everyone was hyped like, "Arey, Jake Paul maar kha raha hai," and all. And then
No, but did you guys notice something?
Hmm.
You know, like of course, see, Jake Paul is the fighter of today. Correct. Mike Tyson is GOAT. He's OG. But in the fight, Mike Tyson was the underdog. And it
Hmm.
was, and everybody wanted to see him fight. Like all respects to Jake Paul, you know. I mean, he's made his own empire. Though both the brothers, Logan and Jake, you know, these guys are multi-billionaires. Great for them. But everybody I
Yeah.
know glued into the fight because of Mike Tyson. Like how Bhushan said, like even for me, like I've never seen Mike Tyson fight live. So for me, it's like, oh my God, I'm seeing one of the greatest boxing champions fight again. Even if it's for 2 rounds, because technically Mike Tyson only fought for 2 rounds.
Yeah.
He did not fight for 8 rounds, you know.
Yeah.
But even those 2 rounds, you got a glimpse of what kind of a fighter Mike Tyson is. So that was like, you can't take that away. You know, you can't take that away.
He also fought with a knee injury.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He had a knee injury, so he fought with that also, which is why he was very static throughout the fight.
Yeah. He was,
But,
and of course, you know, with as you said, it's so
It's
much
age
of
also.
freaking cardio, bro.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so much, and they reduce 1 minute. It's usually 3 minute
Hmm.
rounds, right?
Yeah.
And I
Abhi
think,
2-2 it
and I
was.
think, pardon.
It was 2-2 rounds, 2-2
Yeah,
minutes.
2 rounds.
2
Yeah,
minutes,
yeah.
yes. Usually, I think championship bouts in boxing go to 15 rounds or maybe 12
Yeah,
rounds.
15 rounds. 15 rounds.
15 rounds, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and of course, this was not a championship, but
Hmm.
still, a man who was 58 freaking years old is
Hmm.
having a boxing match with a guy who's 30 years younger to him. It's like, you know, me and Nushaz are fighting. Only that I will win. That's a different story. You know,
Good
you
analogy,
guys
Mike.
know.
Good analogy. Yes, yes.
It's you know, it's the truth, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like me and Nushaz are fighting. Is that like I would knock him in the first round? Again, we're not talking about us. But the point is that imagine that. That's what Mike Tyson is. And that is why we all three discussed. No, we have to talk
Eh.
about the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. You know.
Yes.
So now
And-
what did you think about the fight, like in general? Because see, when I was watching the fight, everybody started booing after like the fourth round. You know, everybody figured it out. Okay, yaar, he's not going to throw any more punches. See, it's one thing about getting tired. I get it. You know, the guy's old. But the one thing is also not even doing any more jabs or punches. I'm not a boxing expert, but I do know that he stopped hitting him after like at the third or fourth round.
Those
You know?
stats they kept showing na.
Yeah.
So 2 rounds mein he landed 18 punches.
Exactly.
Okay, and then in like the 7th round again they showed it was 19. So he basically
Yeah.
stopped going on the offensive. He's just like, अभी मैं मार खाऊंगा, मेरे को 10 million चाहिए, thank you.
Yeah. It was like, who's going to say no to $10 million? So Jake Paul जीत रहा है, ठीक है, 20 million दे दिए उसको, इसको 10 million, कौन ना
हाँ.
बोलेगा भाई? बोला कि मैं अभी 60 साल का हो गया, मुझे पैसा दे, I want to live with
And
my family peacefully.
the thing is, he will do it also because what has he got left to prove?
Correct.
He's already done all the good things. ठीक है, he's already a legend. यहाँ हार के
Exactly.
10 million कमा रहे, उसको घंटा फर्क पड़ रहा है. He's like, I am going to have a nice cushy, vacation on this.
But I
you-
tell you guys,
Hmm.
I really feel that, if Mike Tyson would have gone any further and continued, he would have knocked
He would
Jake Paul.
have. He would. Arey, the moment that one punch that I talked about, no, that hard one. If he
Hmm.
kept doing that, the Jake Paul isn't standing.
भूषण, मैं वही बोलने वाला था अभी, but imagine those punches which he hit.
Yeah.
मतलब the guy's power still, my god. मतलब तू रॉकी बैल्बोआ की बात कर रहा था, याद है ना? Nushad sir,
Hmm.
have you seen Rocky Balboa?
I have seen not all
No,
the movies. I've seen a few.
like the fifth part.
The
No, I've
sixth
not seen
edition, yeah. The actual Rocky Balboa. When he's
Sorry,
coming
six,
back to
six.
the
I'm
ring.
so sorry.
Sixth.
Sixth edition. So in that he comes back. What Bhushan said. This is
Hmm.
basically Rocky Balboa, as I mentioned. So in
Yes.
that, his trainer says that because you're not getting old, you can't run. You got body pain, you got arthritis. So what we need to do is we need to make you hit him so hard, his ancestors rattle. Like the
Yeah.
basic thing. I can never forget that. I can never forget that line. Hit him so hard, his ancestors rattle. That's
Yeah.
what Mike Tyson did. Like Mike Tyson's thing was that I will come with the power, and he still has the power. And I'm like, this is why he's the baddest man on the planet.
Absolutely.
Remember that scene in The Hangover when
Yeah. Yeah. That much. Oh, boy.
they're in,
Like,
they're in the
you
suite
got
and they
punched
wake
by
up.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson just comes and knocks. Sorry, it was such a great film, yeah. So Zach Galifianakis' character, just one punch and he gets knocked out. Literally
Yeah.
lights
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So my God, but that's who Mike Tyson is. See,
Yes.
I was doing the dissecting yesterday. Why was Muhammad Ali the GOAT? Why was he the greatest of all time? Because back then in the 60s, boxing was boxing, but boxing never had any style. It never had
Yes.
any charisma. Ali came and changed everything. He was a
Yes.
character. He was not just
Completely.
a sports person. He was a
Yeah.
character. He was enabling an act. And people
Hmm.
loved him for it. They hated him for it. They also loved him for it. The
Yep.
way they, sting like a butterfly. Sorry,
Yes.
float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Sting
Sorry,
like a
yeah,
bee. Hmm.
yeah. So that's what Ali did. Ali was all style and speed and charisma.
Yeah.
But Tyson was like, bam, out.
One
Bam,
Punch Man.
out. The One Punch hero which we have like in the
Yeah,
cartoons.
that only I was saying.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
inspired from Mike Tyson. But what did you think? Bolo, sorry.
So that only ki I was getting to that only what I thought about the fight. Ki I saw the fight in two ways, ठीक है? The fight we saw and the fight I imagined both of them in their prime, ठीक है? Abhi I feel ki if Mike Tyson was in his prime and he grazed Jake Paul also, na Jake Paul would
Out.
have been rock.
First 30 seconds, the match is over.
Yeah.
बात
वो
खत्म.
अपना 2.5 किलो का हाथ बोलते हैं ना, that guy had 10 kilo.
Why
It's
Sunny
a
Paji
hammer.
has taken inspiration from Tyson, for 2.5
Yes.
kilo ka haath. Yeah. नहीं, don't you
In
agree,
fact,
Bhushan?
in fact, जो picture आई थी अपने, which is based on boxing as a sport.
Yes.
I think even when Sunny Paji is in the ring and he's fighting it, it's about hitting those hard punches. So he basically becomes a champion with a knock.
Correct.
So
Hey,
it was
because-
completely a leaf out of Mike Tyson's pitch. Complete.
True. Because see, in the end, what happens is speed is to the gifted, to the young, because
Yeah.
they have that agility. But once you grow older, it is that years of training and, as you guys said, the muscle memory and the pure sheer power of a person. Because बोलते ना, you hit them and then बोलते ना कि everything is fine, all your ideals and propositions and things are in place until you get punched in the face. Then you know what it
All
feels
bets are
like.
off. All bets are
All
off.
bets are off.
Once you're punched, all bets are off.
Yeah. Like I remember, the Bhushan might also remember. You know when we used to do MMA in
Yes.
this One Fitness, no? It was called.
Yeah, one
What was it?
fitness. Yes.
One
Yes.
Fitness. So I think I even mentioned it in the podcast once. I think during that sports episode, I think that's when we did it.
Yeah, when you got
Trust.
punched in the eye. Yes.
Yes, I have the entire gear. I have the headgear. I have the knee pads. I have the ground guard. Everything I have. My trainer punches me on the guard, on the face guard. He didn't even punch me on the face. This full thing turned black. And forget about the aftermath. When he punched me now, for 3 minutes I was rattling. I was just standing there, I was like rattling. Imagine a training session did that to me. Imagine the fights. Imagine those.
You would also recollect the punch that I gave you. You know.
What punch? There was no
Ajay, you
punch.
forgot about that one.
There
Okay,
was no
it's
punch.
okay.
You hit him
No,
so
we
hard he
won't.
forgot about it.
We we won't talk about it, but it's
Such.
okay. It
No, no.
affected your memory. It's fine. No, we won't talk about it. It's okay. Bye. It's okay. I love you. Okay.
There is. Okay, fine. Fine. I love you too. There is one. There's one. I keep watching these, funny videos no, on YouTube. So, two guys are sitting like a podcast. Says, I'm going to do a trick. When I'm going to say, you are not gay, you will forget that you're gay. But then he says, I'm not gay. Exactly. No, but I'm not gay. Yes, you're not. So, it's like that. It's superb. It's superb. It's very, very funny. So उससे ही मुझे याद आया कि भूषण ने बोला but I don't remember.
Hmm.
That way. So coming back to the fight. So guys, tell me, like, what did you think about, like, did you agree with the crowd booing the fight after like maybe the fifth or sixth round? Did you think that that was justified by the people who came to see the fight, or do you think that
I
okay, nahin, they deserved better?
I feel it is their fault only, the crowd's fault, to expect anything other than a scripted match after watching so many before.
Okay.
I'm sure this time more people came for Mike Tyson, like you said. Okay. So they must have come. They might not be, in the loop of how these YouTuber influencer fights go. कि वो scripted
Agreed.
रहता
Agreed.
है and the winners are already decided and all that stuff. So
Agreed.
these people might have come looking for a fight. कि like यार Mike Tyson मारेगा and all. But then I'm sure they were sorely disappointed कि नहीं हुआ. Which makes sense. Yeah. Ideally, it makes sense because these people are boxing fans who have come to see a legend again. And then all they got to
Yeah.
see was a sham,
Sham.
as
Sham.
it were. So that's why
Like,
these people are booing.
yeah, like, like, okay, when I was seeing that, oh, okay, 2 minute rounds, only eight, that's like what, 16 minutes, give or take, the rest in the middle. I think how many minutes do they get? 1 minute of rest
1 minute.
in the middle?
Yeah.
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 1 minute.
So add another, what, how many minutes? 24 minutes, I guess. So give
Yeah.
or take 30 minutes. Imagine, the introduction took half an hour.
Yeah.
The fight was lesser than that.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
showing all the
yeah.
bloody Mahabharat videos and all ki like ye itna mast tha. They showed Jake Paul highlight
Exactly.
reel, Tyson highlight reel. The
Arey, but
entrance itself took 20 minutes
you saw the way Jake Paul came in that car.
in the car and all.
No, but I really like Tyson's entry. He came alone. I like that. That was pure badass. That was Tyson.
What does he need, bhai? Jake Paul has to, ham it up thoda ki like yaar main aa raha.
Goosebumps again. Like, Jake Paul had to do that intimidation factor that look at me,
Yeah,
which is fine.
yeah.
Great. You're Jake Paul. I get it. Coming with his brother and the bodyguards and the car and the music. Tyson, nothing. Guy comes alone, walks alone into the ring. I was like, that's why he
It's
is
cold here.
Mike
It's very cold.
freaking Tyson. क्या बोल रहे?
It's very cold because
Yeah,
of
but
it.
yeah,
It's
but
such a cold way of entering. Like,
it's like,
अकेला. This is
I
all I
don't
need to screw you types. This is
like,
all I need.
This is all I need to screw you.
yeah, like I am enough, bro. I am
Yeah.
enough. And in the first two rounds, he did show him that. He did
Yeah.
show him that. But of course, I
But
really like the fact that by the end of the fight, in the last 10 seconds, he stopped. Jake Paul stopped fighting. He bowed down to him. He gave him that respect. Because see, in the end, of
Right.
course, everybody respects Mike Tyson.
absolutely.
So, क्या Nushazar? What are you saying?
When they were, the after-match interview that happened in the ring, after they announced Jake Paul as the winner, Mike Tyson said that he wants to fight Logan. And
I
that
know.
shameless bugger said, "I'll kill you, Mike."
I know.
Oh
I
boy.
know.
Shameless.
That is who Logan Paul is. Like, see, like I agree with you. That was pretty, low of Logan to do that. Like, you are Jake Paul's elder brother. You have this multi-billion-dollar company. You've become a superstar in the world. Give some respect. Now, your brother is showing the respect to this great living legend, you know. But वही है, इसके दिमाग में सिर्फ प्रमोशन ही चल रहा है, सिर्फ प्रमोशन चल रहा है. इतना इनके दिमाग में घुस गया है ना कि बिजनेस 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 कंट्रोवर्सी क्रिएट करो बाइट्स, इंस्टा रील जो हम लोग करते हैं. मैं पॉडकास्ट के लिए करता हूँ, रील्स करो, शॉर्ट्स करो. बस उसके दिमाग में वही है. जानबूझ के उसने बोला, बट इट वाज अनकॉल्ड फॉर. देखो टाइसन ने रिएक्ट भी नहीं किया, वाला हट, क्या बोल रहे थे.
Arey, it's like this person, if you take away half of Mike Tyson's accolades and career, he's still 100 times better than Logan Paul ever will be.
Any
Okay,
देयर इज
day.
like
नो.
this guy,
कोई
like
कोई match ही
when
नहीं है.
Logan Paul said that, like you said, Mike Tyson didn't even react. Okay, he's
लाइक
like, ये तो मच्छर है भाई.
वही,
बात
मतलब
करते
True,
रहते.
true.
हाथी के सामने एक मच्छर आ गया है, बोला हट ना यार. वो जो उसके आते हैं ना, मक्खी उड़ती है उसके सामने, बोला हट ना, ट्रंक से हटाता है कानों से, ये वही है.
But भाई मुझे ये भी लगता है ना कि from an audience perspective, okay, as a sports fan who's seen
Hmm.
Mike Tyson in the ring and all his bouts, see, the thing is that I wouldn't care so much about Jake Paul. Okay, I know
Hmm.
he's some big shot, he's the social media influencer and things like that. But when it comes to in-ring skills, there's no match for Mike Tyson on any freaking person living on this planet at this point. Okay,
Absolutely.
so if I am in the audience, okay, and I see the first two rounds all lit, okay, and then I start seeing that Mike is actually holding back. He's not really throwing in any of the punches or jabs. I would also boo the fight. Okay.
It's normal.
So I want to see the best of him. Okay. I want to
True.
see him knock out this, who's trying to make a point, trying to make a name for himself, going against the legend, and talking out there in social media, which is not in good taste. You
True.
know,
True.
every sporting fan would say, knock this bum out. Okay. And then if you don't get it, you're like, what are we here for?
See,
This
but
this is not the same guy that we looked at back in the day.
The
It
thing
gives
is
you
that
that
even
feeling.
after Mike Tyson stopped fighting, na, Jake Paul, it's not like he went fully ham. He was also fighting at like 30-40% only, just
of
ऐसा throwing a
course,
light punch and all, just to
कुछ
Right,
get those
नहीं,
points on the board. कुछ मतलब था
right.
ही नहीं fight. 2 round fight था. उसके बाद they were just chilling. ठीक है, ऐसा just sparring match चल रहा था मस्त.
कुछ नहीं था, कुछ नहीं था. वो
Nothing it was.
because if you notice, of course, when the first round, those first 10, 20, 30 seconds, everybody's electric. The crowd, the fighters, the commentators, everyone watching at home. But then after the second round, the energy only dipped down. पूरा एक होता ना कि एक एनर्जी होती है, कि एटमॉस्फेयर होता है, वाओ इट्स सो इलेक्ट्रिक, लाइक व्हेन इंडिया पाकिस्तान मैच हैपेंस, द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज इन द एयर, स्टफ लाइक दैट. और व्हेन द फुटबॉल वर्ल्ड कप इज हैपनिंग, द इलेक्ट्रिसिटी इज इन द एयर. पूरा इलेक्ट्रिसिटी ना नीचे गिर गया. इवन व्हेन यू आर वाचिंग ऑन द फोन, लाइक आई वाज लिटरली वाचिंग द फाइट ऑन द फोन, एंड आई कुड फील द एनर्जी ड्रॉप. वही तो है ना, बिकॉज देखो, एंड व्हाट भूषण सेड, Jake Paul was, insulting Mike Tyson. And see, honestly, all of this was staged. पहले Jake Paul
Yeah.
गया Mike के घर पे, देख भाई ये मैच होगी, तेरे को इतना मिलेगा, मुझे इतना मिलेगा, चल करते हैं. Like even in the pre-fight, I think in the weigh-ins, I think Mike and Jake Paul had a fight,
Yeah,
on
yeah.
अरे
stage.
that
Yeah,
तो
he slapped him.
I
he
know.
slapped him, but you know why he slapped him?
Why?
Yeah.
Because Jake Paul, when he was walking up the steps to the stage, he gorilla climbed up.
Okay,
Oh,
That was
okay.
like racist.
I know.
It,
That was
ठीक है.
pretty bad.
So Mike Tyson saw that, उसको दे दिया. That slap also shook.
Imagine that. One slap.
Imagine a slap. Oh my god.
You seen that picture? क्या? His entire face is all
Yeah,
warped
yeah, yeah.
पूरा because of the
Saw,
slap.
saw.
उसने gave him plastic surgery with one slap. It's
Oh
crazy.
my god. Yeah, Mike Tyson, bro. I mean,
क्या पड़ा उसको?
and he literally flew off the stage, Jake Paul, who is like,
His people held him. You saw, no? He turned back. His people are holding him. Now
my
imagine
God.
He's throwing punches like that in the ring. Take it 2-3 rounds. You think Jake Paul is standing ke after that? One slap he couldn't stand.
Got it. And imagine, and when Mike Tyson was entering the ring, that that aura this man had, that persona, that Mike freaking Tyson, you know. I mean, it says it, yeah. I mean, this guy has done he's given us such great fights. And I remember when I was a kid, okay, as I said, I've never seen Mike Tyson fight live.
Mm.
This was the first time. So, mom and dad always mentioned Mike Tyson because see, Ali came in a time before them, correct?
Yeah, pre-era.
So
Yes, yes.
yeah, so they were kids when Ali was Ali. But when they became adults, Mike Tyson was their champion in a way.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
and I did not know Mike Tyson. I'm like, okay, I've heard of this guy's name, but I don't know who he is. I saw him in The Hangover when he
yeah.
punched out Zach Galifianakis with the tattoo on his face. So for me, so I was like, I was always in this, feeling that who is this great man? Who do they talk about? And my dad has always been a diehard fan of boxing. In fact, he
Right.
was also watching the fight live yesterday. He was asking me,
Okay.
Mimo, kab aane wali fight? So I took out the timing of the fight and I gave it to him because he's always been a boxing fan.
Hmm.
So for me to hear it from him, oh Mike Tyson, and to see him live, even if it was for 2 rounds, forget 2 rounds, even if it was a 90 seconds, it filled my heart. I'm like, this is why people call him, one of the greatest of all time. That is
Yeah.
absolutely
I remember, I still like, now that you're talking about everything, no, on that Discord, I'm remembering all the things. So, one of my friends, he does MMA.
okay.
Okay. So, he's a big fan of combat sports.
Okay.
So, he is all excited. Like, अरे बुड्ढा मार रहा है उसको.
Oh shoot.
Oh my
Oh
god.
He's like, बुड्ढा
man.
मार रहा
No
है.
way. No way.
Crazy,
Shit.
crazy. No. So, okay, now
Shit.
tell me one thing. Now,
Hmm.
speaking of, we asked this question, right? Like, if Mike Tyson was in his prime,
Hmm.
you would definitely knock out Jake Paul. Now, amongst us three, you know, who do you think will knock out whom at how many seconds in a fight? Chalo,
Oh boy.
पूछते हैं.
At current fitness levels.
चलो current fitness levels ही रख दो. I'm giving you the handicap of saying current fitness levels. चलो छोड़ देता हूँ. Let's give
So,
him
I
that
would get
much.
knocked out by all very easily.
नहीं, but according to you,
Hmm.
कैसा क्या है? चलो, let me start. With Nushazar, it's the first 30 seconds. Easily. Like, I will knock him out. With Bhushan, because Bhushan, I've done MMA with him. The guy can hit. He can freaking hit. So with him, I think we might end up in the judges. I won't be able to knock him out. And I'm only saying Noshaza knock you out not because I'm pulling a leg, because if you had like a boxing or MMA background, with your age, you can outrun me any day, buddy. You can freaking outgas me and you can out tire me. Like you can make me tired and I can, get knocked out by you in the 10th or 11th round because I would get tired. But when it comes to power, I think that maybe that's where I would have the, upper hand. Like you would be Ali, I would be
Definitely.
Tyson. I'm talking in that context.
Hmm.
With Bhushan, if I survive 15 rounds, it might go to the judges because, as I said, his punching power is amazing. But if I'm lucky, then maybe in the 9th or 10th round, if I can knock him out. That is my analogy. That's what I'm saying. How about
For
you guys?
me, I think if it is a boxing match, okay,
Hmm.
I'll be able to knock out Mimo
Okay.
for sure. Okay.
Correct.
Because given the streak that I've had previously, always been known for the hard hitting punches. Okay.
No,
But
which streak? Not with
if
me, right?
no,
Not
no,
with me.
not with you, not with you.
Because I don't remember that.
No, no,
मुझे याद नहीं है.
oh,
Again,
see,
same
I
thing.
punched you so hard now. Then you forget things.
I don't
It's
remember.
like you go
But
see a score.
honestly,
Mimo sees the scorecard. वहाँ पे ऐसा 15 मैच है. Mimo's like एक भी याद नहीं है मेरे को.
याद नहीं है, कब हुआ ये? When did this happen?
but honestly, I
हाँ.
think if it is a mixed martial arts fight, if it's an MMA or a UFC, then I think Mimo is as good a fighter as any of the guys in that ring. Okay,
Thank you. Thank you.
given
Hmm.
his training, I've seen him train like crazy because his stamina is so outstanding that you'll just get gassed out in trying to get a chokehold on this guy. Okay, and he wouldn't break a sweat. All right,
But that's MMA. Yeah, that's MMA.
that's
Yeah.
But yes,
Correct.
in boxing, I think I'll be able to knock you guys out.
Which round? Which round for me?
For you, I think maybe seventh or eighth in my estimation.
Correct. And with
Because
Dushazar,
if with Nushazar, maybe two.
2
I
rounds.
would to start out, I'd want to go, a little toe to toe with him just to try and assess his style.
Oh, nice. Okay. Dushazar, now what about you? What do you think of us 40-year-old men fighting with you? Because we are like the Buddhas, no, for you. Hey, Buddha maar raha
ये
hai.
बुढ़ा मार है, बुढ़ा मार है.
Hey,
Oh,
बुड्ढे ने मारा उसको Dushazar को. Stuff like this.
That line I will never, because he's throwing punches and this guy is just shouting. Imagine how funny that is.
It is.
I
It is
can
freaking.
imagine literally. Oh,
It's a good
shoot.
one. It's a good one. I agree with you.
So,
So then your
see,
analysis.
currently I don't think I can knock any of y'all out. Currently in my state right
Okay.
now, I don't think I can.
Okay.
But if I was to train, I'm not sure. Still not sure.
Hey.
I've never
Yeah.
seen y'all fight and all. Nah, I don't know how. I think you two can gauge each other very well because y'all have sparred before.
Correct.
Yeah.
I don't have that thing.
No, but
if the only thing I have to go off is fights I had in school.
so
Okay.
who won those?
Me.
So then see,
But that
there
is,
you have it.
that is that dirty street fighting shit where I'm breaking people's ankles and stuff.
That's scary, bro. क्या
अरे
इतना casually
अरे
बोल रहा है?
अरे
Crazy
नहीं,
stuff like
so
breaking
you
people's ankles.
you take your heel and you kick them on the instep. ऐसा toe to the shin.
बाप
He goes to
रे.
hold his shin. You kick him in the nose with your knee. वो सब
बाप
चलता है.
bro. Too violent.
हाँ,
Bro.
so those are the fights I've had. ठीक है?
Yeah.
See, I don't know. You can see this tooth is chipped यहाँ पे. See?
Oh hi.
ये
Yeah.
वाला?
Yeah.
That happened
yeah.
in school only.
Damn. I always
I have
took
a
him to be
broken nose
someone.
till date.
Broken nose?
So, yeah. So,
I
this side-
haven't ऐसा broken it. I had a nosebleed, but that was I don't know कैसे हुआ था एक बार.
so I've had a
Damn.
situation
Ball
where,
लगा था तब मुझे nosebleed हुआ था, but then
but
Oh.
I've had this
it
in the
never
ring.
broke.
Okay, ring. You used to do boxing, na, before Bush.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So this side is broken, and a little bit of bone is still away from the actual skull. It is still
Damn.
in there. So doctor suggested there are two ways. You can get a surgery done or just leave it like that. It will heal with time. But even today, with extreme weather changes or stress or lack of sleep, I still have nosebleeds. It happens.
Arey bhai, my nose bleeds to happen because, as you said, change of weather. Even if I
Yeah.
sneeze the wrong way now, because when I was born only, my nerves in my nose were very weak. So even
Yeah.
if I blow my nose the wrong way, I start bleeding. But now,
Oh,
because of age, has become lesser. When I was a kid, it used to for hours and hours, I used to have just bleeding, nosebleeds. But now it's become
Right.
better. Chalo,
so
we are
back in
coming
the
to
days
the.
also,
Bolo, sorry.
if I would get really angry, okay,
Hmm,
nose would start bleeding.
like the
And it
Hulk.
was crazy. Yeah.
वो मतलब
Smash!
But
You
instead
have
of the
very,
green stuff coming out, it was the red stuff coming out.
Red Hulk. अभी
You're
आ
the
रहा है
Red
ना
Hulk.
उसका.
You're the Harrison Ford Hulk. Sorry, Nushaza, what are you saying?
Like you said, nosebleed का I've had only one when I've been hit by a ball.
Okay.
ऐसा very hard shot straight, like square to the face I've been hit, and either I was bleeding from my nose. But that lasted
Yeah.
what, like an hour, and then it stopped.
Okay, fair enough.
इतना भी
Okay,
खराब
now-
नहीं है.
That's good. Okay, now since we are coming to the end of the episode, now this is a like a kind of a trick question, but I'm going to ask you all. You have two choices. Okay, one, be in the ring with Jake Paul for an exhibition fight like this, given the fight which we saw on Netflix. Two, be in the ring with Mike Tyson at his prime and have the honor of being in the ring with Mike Tyson. Either you get the Netflix 20 million bout, 10 million bout, or the honor to fight someone like Mike Tyson. Not fight, get knocked out by him, of course. I mean,
Yeah,
we
one
three
punch.
together also standing and punching him will not do anything to him. He hits, you know what will happen? वो मुझे मारेगा ना, तुम दोनों को effect होगा side पर. ऐसा
वो खड़े होके एक को पंच आ रहे तीनों गिरेंगे.
तीनों गिर जाएंगे, शॉक में तीनों गिर जाएंगे. तो,
We got punched by Mike Tyson.
By that honor only, people say that I got punched by Mike Tyson. It's a thing, it's a thing.
Yeah.
So, okay,
नहीं
so
तो
which one would you
one way
choose?
I feel it will go is like one of us gets knocked out, ठीक है? The other two look at him fall down and both of them fall on the. They're like, हाँ मैं भी करता हूँ भाई, छोड़ दे, माफ करो भाई.
अरे गिर गया, मैं भी गिर जाता हूँ.
Finish it off.
Oh, crazy. So, yeah, so then which one? The Jake Paul $10 million fight, or the that awesome moment of fight or being in the ring with Mike Tyson?
So you're basically saying take 20 million to get
10
insulted.
million. No,
Oh, sorry,
$10
हाँ,
million.
10 million. Sorry.
$10 million
Take
to
10
get
million
insulted.
to get insulted,
Or
ठीक है? और and like get knocked out and insulted, ठीक है?
मतलब you can spar with him and you lose
हाँ,
basically.
नहीं, Jake Paul is going to insult you only in the end. No, he'll
हाँ,
be like,
correct,
मेरा आया.
Yeah, and then his
Like,
brother's going to
bhai.
come and say, "I'll kill you." MF, I'll kill you.
So
Stuff.
it's just,
Yeah.
So I would still I think I would take Mike Tyson
Why?
I
Why
think I
Mike
was-
Tyson?
because like it's about being in the ring with someone like that with that stature.
Exactly.
Like Jake Paul आएंगे एक ही Mike Tyson. It's like that.
True. What about you, Bhushan?
I will take the Jake Paul.
Okay, why?
For the sheer insult that Logan Paul has done, for Mike, and then take on another match with Logan Paul and kick his butt.
Wow.
And
Full
this is for
vengeful
Mike.
spirit.
And tell him that this is for Mike.
Nice, dude. I like that.
This I like.
This I like. Many layers to your fighting. I like that. मेरा तो वही है Mike Tyson. Just to be in the ring with Mike Tyson. वो style वाले में आऊंगा मैं. I'm trying to, one punch हो गया वो, खत्म. तो दांत हो जाए ना, पीस निकल जाएगा.
Mouth bang.
हाँ, आंखें लेफ्ट राइट में चले जाएगी, राइट लेफ्ट में चले जाएगी. Stuff like that.
You've seen Game of Thrones, na?
Yeah.
So remember Pedro Pascal and that big burly guy fight? I don't remember their names anymore. So remember
I know.
Pedro Pascal has him on the ground
Correct.
and that guy just throws a punch and his teeth go flying.
ये वही है.
I'm remembering that.
मतलब literally, like my head would always be like this after that. Like even when I'm doing the podcast, na, I'm like, hey guys, welcome to the podcast.
You can get it tattooed and punched by Mike.
इधर
And
आएगा,
his-
punched by Mike Tyson.
And his autograph like this.
इधर पूरा तो सूज गया ना, forever सूजा रहेगा. डॉक्टर ने बोला, you've been punched so hard, it's never gonna go. The punch has stuck here. So it's going to be like that. No, but great. So yeah, so this has been the episode of Jake Paul and versus Mike Tyson. Before we go, one last question to you guys: which other boxing legend would you want to see fight, fictional and non-fictional? Let me add that. Okay, being a boxing fan, which two fighters would you like to see in the ring and why? Let's sum up this episode with that question. Like, see, for
Can it
me,
be a
it's going to
three-way?
be. Pardon?
Can it be a three-way?
No. It has to be. क्या three-way? It has to. कुछ भी बोलता है. हाँ. It has to be.
You said imagine, na? I thought
अरे,
you
I
can bend
said
the rules. thoda.
non-fictional and fictional is what I'm saying. So for me, it's of course Rocky Balboa and Muhammad Ali.
Same.
I know. That's for me. Like Rocky Balboa is the standard for all of us, and of course Ali. So what about you
But-
guys?
But given the fact that, Ali's gone, God rest his soul, but Tyson is still here. And I
True.
want to see Tyson versus Rocky. Because I tell you, I see the difference, okay? Because Tyson is like the cocky version of Rocky. All right?
Yes.
And Rocky himself going against his cockiest version, in
Correct.
Tyson. So that will be
Correct.
like a dream fight, to ever happen. It's like
imagine-
a dream match happening in dreams, for sure.
Imagine Rocky Balboa's Rocky, like the sixth, and the Tyson of now. Both are old, but both
Yes.
have power, and both are legends. They come together. That's a fight.
Absolutely.
That's a fight. Huh? What about you, Nushazan?
That I would say this thing, Rocky and Muhammad Ali. Because these are Muhammad Ali I've never seen fight.
Correct.
And I will never get to.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
to see that, just for that I would like to see it. वैसा है. I mean
True.
Mike Tyson तो got to see, however short
course.
it was.
Of course.
ठीक है. Rocky तो movie में देख ही लेते हम लोग. But then it would be an interesting fight I feel. Even Muhammad Ali and Mike Tyson would be a very interesting fight.
Two
Yeah.
legends,
Yeah.
no? Two legends.
Very, very interesting fight it would be. Where
Two
one
dif-
person is very quick,
Exactly.
and if that other person gets a punch, you don't know how it's
मतलब and
you don't know
ring
what's
में है ना
happening.
वो तो आप you're in a squared circle where can you run from Tyson you know
ये तो
कितना भागोगे एक बार लग गया तो लग गया once you get punched you go outside of the arena you literally
Lights
go
out.
fly there you
your
know
body stays here, your soul goes there.
उधर वो तो चला जाता है
Out.
कि क्या हुआ what where am I you know who am I they forget who they are also
I've seen this one clip of Muhammad Ali where he's been backed into a corner
Hmm.
and his opponent is like relentlessly throwing punches and this guy's
Trying
just
to
like
hit punches. Yeah.
just dodging everything.
And then so you
everything he
swag.
dodges
Yeah.
And then the opponent only like steps back. He's like, "Achha,
अच्छा
okay, come
आजा
out. नहीं हो रहा है
आजा
कुछ भाई आजा मेरे पे."
I remember. I don't know who he was fighting, but but it was like, yeah, I remember. Like he was in the corner, and
Yeah.
every jab and every punch, he was like,
Yeah, he's just dodging.
dodging. And nobody saw that. Nobody saw that from a boxing fighter back in the day.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
way Ali was cocky, na, that was amazing. That was his character. Like you see characters in wrestling, you never see them in real sports matches. So that.
But since you mentioned wrestling, the
Hmm.
first of Mike Tyson that you would have seen, being
Oh
a
yeah,
wrestling fan,
DX.
was at the time that it was Shawn Michaels against Stone Cold Steve Austin, as a
Yes.
part of DX, and he was a guest referee.
Yes.
I think that was the time that WrestleMania was going through a slump, and they wanted to
Yes.
get a character who was so controversial that would bring
Correct.
it right up there on the board. So
And
it
whom
was
do
it
you
was all
bring?
Mike Tyson.
You bring in Mike Tyson, and that 1, 2, 3, and then he removed, and he was wearing the Austin T-shirt. Oh,
Yes.
dude,
So
we need to make we need to also talk. We also need to make an episode on nostalgia, because
completely.
no,
You should.
Nushaza not
It
for
will
you,
be
only
more
me and
it'll
Bhushan.
be it'll be more effective for y'all, na?
Yeah.
Nushaza won't be there in that episode. It'll just be
Your
me and
nostalgia
Bhushan.
was when I was born.
Way before that, bro. Way before.
Way before. Age
So-
yourself more. I was being thoda kind
You're
about
20,
it.
You're 24, no? I keep forgetting because I keep thinking that you're 21 or 22, but you're 24. Stuff like that. Yeah. So good. Thank you everyone for joining in this special episode of Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. I hope our inputs kind of related with yours as well. And of course, I think sports is something which brings people together. So that's always loads to talk about. And if you have not seen the fight, you can always go and watch it on Netflix. This is not a sponsored episode. It's just us three Desi Amigos coming together and talking about stuff. So
Not
yeah, so
yet.
thank you. Pardon?
Not yet
It's not
sponsored.
sponsored yet.
Yes, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Not yet sponsored by Netflix. We will be soon, So touchwood, fingers crossed on that. So thank you once again for tuning in to the three Desi Amigos. And until next time, thank you so much. And please keep giving us your love. Guys, please give your goodbyes. And until the next episode, see you all.
Goodbye,
If
guys.
this reaches
Hmm.
Mike Tyson, if by any chance this reaches Mike Tyson, Mike take the fight with Logan and kick his ass.
Oh yeah. Let's put that out there.
He
Yeah.
That's
should
a good
do
idea. Yeah, Nushazar, what would you like to say to Mike Tyson?
I would like to say that you shouldn't have held back.
Okay.
And now don't make the same mistake again and don't hold back if you ever fight Logan Paul.
Yes.
3
And-
rounds
Kick
maximum.
his ass.
3
and
rounds
see-
His
maximum.
ass.
And see, technically, he's earned $10 million. तो पैसा तो ले लिया ना.
Hmm.
So I'm like, don't focus on the money because you've already earned the money. Now focus on the fight. Give us that Mike Tyson, which we saw in the first 2 rounds, and just knock Logan Paul out of the park. Let's see if that happens. Sure. All right. Thank you, guys.
I'd pay money for that.
Dude,
I'd pay.
I
we-
will.
I'd pay to
Yes.
watch.
We'll be in the arena. We'll be in the
I'd
arena.
pay to
Definitely.
watch that happen.
Watching that fight. Of course.
Definitely.
Absolutely. All right. Chalo. See you guys. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.